Okay, so now we swap over. We're going to start off with number 5, which is the hepatic. What carries oxygenated blood? Not veins, but arteries. Yes, this is going to be the hepatic artery. And let's see. Go up here. We'll go color it first. So we're now going to be in the macrostructure picture. We don't really show this in our hepatic globules, but they do filter into there. And if you look, this is what we left uncolored. So this is part of that hepatic artery. And that's going to branch into each lobule as well. So just kind of add in a red line around where you had your hepatic portal vein, and you should end up with each branch getting some of that. I kind of went over it well. That's probably fine. Okay, so there's that hepatic artery, just showing that it's continuing from down here in the main stem into each of those lobules. If you don't color every line, that's okay, just showing that idea. And this is blood that's coming from the heart, from the aorta of the heart, to the liver itself. Where do I want to label that? Number 5. We'll label it right down here. Okay, so that red is number 5. Okay, and the hepatic artery, like we just said, is blood. Where is this blood coming from? The heart.
Can you zoom out a little bit?
Yes. To the liver. And what its job is to bring oxygen, filled blood, for, what type of cell did we say needs these? Well, all cells do, but what's the liver cells called? For hepatic cells. And then we'll add a little B that says hepatic cells. And what's their job again? To make bile. These are going to be making the bile. And you can label really any hepatic cell you want in these lobules. Now remember, if we're looking at cells, we have to be in our microstructure picture where we can see them. Any of these cells you can label. Just going to go right here. Okay. Yeah, so each of these little tiny dots is a nucleus of a different cell. So you can kind of see their walls here and then a nucleus. That would be one cell. Good question. Okay, so that's pretty much it in terms of like where this blood comes from the heart. The only thing is there's one time in your life when you can't get blood to your liver from your own heart. Where do you have to get it from instead? What was that? Good guess. You have all experienced this already. You didn't get your blood to your liver from here. You got it from somewhere else.
Your mother.
From your mother, yeah, from your mother. So when you were like a fetus and you were in your mom's stomach, you were connected to her through the umbilical vein. And so we are going to add in our picture up here, a part of that umbilical vein. It would come to the liver. You really can't see it at all in this picture, so you have to add it in. But it's a little tiny branch right here. And once it's cut, it keeps shrinking over time. So really it's very tiny. And at this point in our lives, it has no function at all. But it did have a function at one point in time. So we'll add that in. And number 6, right here, is called the umbilical vein. Okay, so. Because it's still important that when you're getting blood from your mother, it needs to get filtered too. And so it has to come here first as it's entering you to be filtered out. So number 6. umbilical vein. And this is blood from your mother's placenta to the fetus's liver. Oops. And again, what it's doing is bringing oxygenated blood for hepatic cells. Okay. So this is all when you're in the womb. Okay. So we got the blood part done, we have the filtering part done, keeping the liver alive part done, and now what we have to move on to is the bile portion, the bile pathway. So where it comes from in the liver and then how it leaves and heads to the small intestine. If bile doesn't go to the small intestine because we don't need as much of it, maybe we haven't ate in a while, we didn't eat much fat lately, where is it going to be stored temporarily?
The liver.
Good guess.
Fat.
It's attached to the liver near that quadrate lobe. The gallbladder. It'll be stored in the gallbladder until it's needed later on. You can live without a gallbladder. You just have to be careful with what foods you eat. Anybody know someone who's had their gallbladder removed? I think Mr. Zollinger might have had his removed, or he had something with his gallbladder. You can ask him. Yeah, ask him about it. All right. So if you go down here, we're going to switch over to the bile pathway. And where is bile made? In what organ? By what kind of cells? Hepatic cells. So now we have to not start in our macrostructure drawing. We have to start in our microstructure drawing. That's where the bile is coming from. So we're going to use green for bile. And we have these little branches of kind of like streams here that are going to collect all the bile from the hepatic cells as they make it. We've heard this word before because it's like a projection, a little extension. It's called a canaliculi or a bile canal. So that's the other term. So we just have one of them in this picture. You can color it up here. It's with the arrows pointing outwards. So I'm going to make my arrows a little darker with my black pen. And then color this green. Oops. And we can label this one number 7. We'll go there. We'll do this and one more, and then I'll let you guys pack up so you have plenty of time. So don't rush. We're going to stay here. But so down here, down below, number 7 is... Ready? Say this with me. Canaliculi. Canaliculi. And in parentheses, write bile. Dominic, are you with me?
Yes, I'm thinking.
Write bile canal. So the canaliculi or the bile canal, and their job is to collect bile secreted by who? Who's the bile secreted by? Yeah, collect bile secreted by hepatic cells. Awesome. And then while we're down here, we'll just write the next one before we go label it. The next one is going to be a bile duct. This is a really small tube that is at the end of those sinusoids collecting this bile, so getting a little bit bigger. Number 8 is the bile duct. Thank you. And this collects bile from the canaliculi. So now we're just kind of trying to get from these small little cells bigger, 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 and out of the liver to the gallbladder or to the small intestines if we just ate some fatty foods. So once you write that, we can go back up to our picture for our final labeling. Xavier, I'm gonna have you just go grab those 2 pictures from that box and just set it up like Brandon's paper. Just have it glued in so you're good for Monday. And then we'll go back up, and here it is right here at the end of our canaliculi, number 8. Okay. So from there, on Monday, we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have few more to go. So my point here is this stuff, it takes practice.